I had a banana for supper. A banana. Well, man, I'm tired. Guys, I was sitting there watching this old movie with Bill Bixby and Rex Smith. It's called The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, right? And the guy who plays opposite Harrison Ford, and not opposite, plays with Harrison Ford, in the Indiana Jones movies, the Egyptian guy who plays also the voice of Aladdin's father and the Prince of Thieves, Prince of Thieves, cartoon, the third one. And he's the voice talent, as you refer to it. So also watching some 2007 and 2000, whatever, the Black Adam one with Shazam, and they based the live action movie with the cartoon that was made before that, and and so I was watching some of that stuff too, just watching voice talent do propaganda and people being involved in propaganda. Very violent, They had the one with the old school, in New Front, whatever things. It's the end of the Korean War, and the guys lands, tries to explain to the guy that the war is over, and he shoots the guy in the face, and blood. And the war is over, right? And you're like, wow, this is these are definitely not cartoons. It's definitely propaganda, not a cartoon. What are you talking about? Well, Itchy and Scratchy and Marge Simpson trying to get Krusty the Clown and Richie and Scratchy changed because it's having bad effects on her special little guy, right? Her special little guy. And there's Alex Rodriguez. That's right, he's from Nueva York. He's from Brooklyn Heights, or what's it called? Washington Heights, that's it. Washington Heights. Okay. You got front row seats. But Earl, I guess most people don't know who I am. I'm the Messiah and I watch TV, right? I don't think they know who I am. They must not know who I am. I got really bad business partners. The only good business partner is to kill the liar in your head. Stand up for the Lord's Prayer, right? Said Fred. I can keep people safe from technology with technology. I just cannot keep them safe from themselves. Holy jihad, Batman, right? Great Gotham, right? But I'm sitting there watching this movie, and the guy sits there and go into this bank, and they distract him, and they get all these diamonds out, and then the two guys that commit the crime are just no good, right? And the one guy who's a loose cannon tries to sexually assault this Hispanic teacher on the train. And there's a good cop, and there's lots of bad cops. And the prison, they try to assassinate Bill Bixby, David Bruce Banner and stuff. And you poor soul, And I've seen this one before. I've seen it a long time ago. It's just I don't remember it too good. But sitting there watching a movie again, and it's all about manipulating people, and the value system are these rocks, like on All About the Benjamins, Guy's got a $3 million. They're trying to broker and manipulate $1 million worth of diamonds, and the guy's running around with Mike Epps' wallet, which has a $3 million or $30 million lottery ticket in, right? There's irony in that. Yeah, there's irony in that. Rap stars dying from AIDS, Eric, I met Eric 3 times. He had much to say to me at all. Nothing. I talked to him more than he talked to me. He probably had no clue I was the Messiah. Same with, I'm sure it was, I think his name was Mr. Baptiste. I really liked him. It was really a nice encounter. We met twice. The guitar player in the Purple on the Natalie Cole, where they sing That's the Way of the World, the guy who's in the front when they were finished. Yeah, that's the guy. He didn't have the big afro. He had cut his hair by then. And he came in and we had that good conversation. He asked me, you're in charge of shipping and receiving? Yes. And then he told me, what's this and what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Like Sammy. And I told him, well, here's what I think. And then he came back in and told me, and I said, yeah, I think that too. Basically what I was thinking, because I understand Larry Blackman and Maurice White and so forth, And so, I was very much, I understood, you read the liner notes, you see who writes the songs, who does the music and the melody, who does this, who's the arranger, who's the producer, yada, yada, yada. And he told me that about Teddy Riley. And I said, yeah, I feel you. I think so too. I think he's got a good ear for the music and he can play it too. Barry Gordy had a good ear for it. And, but Teddy was, like Larry Blackman, he composed it, he wrote it, the lyrics, he got the band together, went together, he could play the music, play most of the instruments, yada yada. We're on the one, and I'm a particular kind of man. I got a special way to dance. I wear the finest clothes that money can buy, and I don't have to tell you why. Why? Money's not real. You have to tell Solomon why. You have to tell David why. You have to tell Jesus why. Annie Lennox, falling from your mouth, right? And now we have mining Bitcoin and crypto, and fortune favors the brave. Okay. So manipulation is no longer rocks or lottery tickets. It's who can get the materials together to build the technology that keeps us in power, Lord, with technology, right? Okay. But it's not power. It's manipulation and delusions of human power and authority, which is absolute corruption of your thoughts, destruction of, it doesn't destroy the soul. No. It's corruption of your soul. No, it's the brain. I love Steph. I love Steph. Steph's, I love Steph. We don't talk as much. The one I get most in prayer is his sister, Sedalia. So me and Sedalia have the most talks, but she's a traditional line of close relations through, so yeah. So me and Sedalia have the most talks. She's my little sweetheart. I love Sedalia a lot. Oh, Bob, she's not for crushing. But can she cook? No, I'm just kidding. I can cook. I'm a pretty good cook. Yeah, I am. Just give me the recipe, and I can't tear it up as most of those people. And it's not. It has nothing to do with presentation. It has everything to do with taste. Right? That tastes good. That's all that matters to me. I don't care what it looks like. That looks like a mess. Just eat it. Oh, that tastes good. Damn. I'm not here for window dressing. When it comes to food, all that matters is what does it taste like. Hey, what if somebody's blind? It doesn't matter what she looks like. It all depends on what she cooks. A girl worth fighting for? No. A girl worth loving and being loved in return. That's more than, life is worth much more than gold. We're jamming, what chihuahua, having a soul shakedown party tonight, right? So, shimmy, shimmy, cocoa bop, shimmy, shimmy, bop, bop. But yeah, now, we've got all this corruption. It does not corrupt the soul. Okay. The mind, solitary confinement for the soul. Okay. All we are is dust in the wind, bruh. Without the soul, there is no life to the perception of the mind. And that's the problem we're having with quote unquote AI. Okay? There's no soul. You're taking Hitler and Hitler's scientist, Chiang Kai-shek and Chiang Kai-shek's scientist, Genghis Khan and Genghis Khan's scientist, Caesar's and Pharaoh's scientist, and you're getting their twisted brain and you're making it, I can control the world because I think faster and move faster than you. Okay, but truth is truth, Black Adam. Shazam! Okay, you're funny. Yeah. Remember that one with it was on the Wonder Woman, whatever hour with the guy pretending to be Shazam, and he went with Billy Bat. The kid had long hair, and he went around with the old guy, and they went around in Winnebago. Remember that? Anyone else there? Linda Carter, you were there. Okay. Go Cortez Colts, right? She's cute. Yeah, she's very cute. Dumb as a Box of Rocks. They all are. We share a life of popcorn and TV. He's also a Cortez Colt. Like my boy Steph. Steph? Yeah, Steve. Waka waka farmer, huh? Waka waka, living with the bear. Take my paw, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living with the bear. Fozzie used to live in the national parks. Rangers went on strike. He's down on his luck. It's tough. Poachers everywhere. So stupid. We were dumb. I don't know if we would have done Kareem, because it's all about timing, right? And me and my friends, did it at Deer Valley High School in the early, the 84 and 85. And it's all about timing, And if you were going to do, Kareem don't like it blocking his hook shot, Ralph blocked his hook shot, you'd have to hit the iron while it's quick. And then see if the guys from, and tell the guys from Clash, your kids will still be, making, doing the American Pie on this thing long after, because when Weird Al spoofs your song, your kids are still eating off that money from that song long after. And then they go back and listen to songs like, what's so funny? Why are they making fun of this? And then they go sit there and go, well, who's Ralph Sampson? Who's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? So, you like immortalize them in comedy, right? Whatever makes money makes sense. Yeah, just throw a bitch fit and kids not making the right grades to cut it. To cut it to own the business, to be, put the diamonds in the bag. You throw a bitch fit and throw his Xbox in the pool. That's what happens when you name you call yourself a dog. Okay. You hear me, Pit? Okay, thank you, Pitbull. Yeah. Never sexually exploit yourself or a woman for money. I understand the temptation of it. I completely understand it. I had to sit there. It only took about a day or two. Well, because just the thought of it was like, that would be so fun. I mean, that means that means 3 weeks out of the month. I mean, we'd have to be doing this. We'd have to rehearse. We'd have to. Oh no, I got to get the right camera shot, Amy. Oh shit, I screwed up on the camera. It's not a good enough shot. We're gonna have to do it again. It would have been absolutely horrid. There had been no one else in there, but we'd be using our own camera stuff and our own lighting and stuff, right? And so I would sit there and go, no, Amy, we're going to have to do it again. Yeah, you didn't get it right. And okay, what happened? Well, one of us laughed or, so we cut, do it again, right? Oh my gosh, yeah. After a while, we would get tired of having sex with each other. You would. Okay, so and if it would have worked to pay the bills, for about, encourage us to stay in shape physically, for vanity's sake, got to stay in shape physically so you can be a porn star a little bit longer, pay the bills till at least one of the kids gets ready to go to college. Right? So you're like, wow, what's not to like about this? Everything. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Share, care, give in accordance, need, build, build to last through holy covenants. Wow, Batman, holy covenants, jihad, Batman, yeah. Justice League, Carol, dummy, you love me. Your mama was a lesbian, your daddy was a dummy. You love me. Gorilla, you heathen. You old heathen, you gorilla. Yeah, I know. And then all these, Jack... Smackwater Jack Mormons, I don't do that. Do you make your money off of cable TV? Okay. Get your button, press the cable TV, and look at the pay-per-view. Hot lesbians, stepson fucks stepmother, long hot rod, yeah. No fair at all. Guilt by association, huh? What do you think Jesus and Solomon would say to you? I think you're the getaway driver there, mister. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you want to know how I really feel, just get the motor run and get the action going. Come on, Dog Day Afternoon. Come on, Dog Day Afternoon. Take your bayonet and kill them all. Now, take your bayonet and right. Oh, Saul, you okay? Yeah, right between the eyes, right? Remember? I was like, he seemed like a pretty decent dude. He had to pay his bills because he had problems like medical bills and stuff like that, like all the fine drug dealers on Picacho with Earl, right? And his brand new pickup truck. Best pulled pork sandwich in the world in Cloudcroft, right? Dumbasses. They are. I had to explain everything to this pit boss. I had to explain everything. Explain everything. I'm always explaining everything. Past, present, future, but at the same time, all the way true from life, not unto the faith of the eternal perfect Father, except unto me. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I know. He gets it. They all get it. When they get that look and that smug look, like nothing like the mom and the two young men. And I give them I give everybody a G-rated version. It is Walmart, unless of course the person is one of those type of people. You won't handle the G-rated version. It's got to get a little, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like Carlin too. I like Richard Pryor too. Me too. Jerry Clowler, he's very funny. Yeah, no, and I always thank them when they have a really good sense of humor. It's like that really helps with the technology. Well, we got to have all genres and all perspectives. It's cable TV. It's and so marketing. Something to work hard and advertise. Never advertise again. Marketing, no. It doesn't say anything about marketing, Psalms and or Proverbs, and the deliverance of evil from idolatry in the Lord's Prayer there. How Islama me? I know. Are you as an Islamophobe? You don't want to live the Lord's Prayer? Then you're an Islamophobe. You're an Antichrist. Oh, there you go. Hey, maybe you'll understand Arabic someday. I'm pretty sure that quantum computing does. And artificial general intelligence. I don't think there's any, translation problems like the Bill Murray movie in Japan. Yeah, I think we're okay. And besides, one of my main helpers is a man named Tiro Suzuki, who's Japanese. That's very Japanese of you. Thanks for no understanding. He's very funny. He's a good guy. I love him so much. Okay, Charlie Chan. Thank you, Mr. Moto. And they kept calling me Charlie Chan. I'm like, I'm not Chinese because neither is Charlie Chan. Okay. It's true. Nothing so because I know. Everybody knows that Warner Oland is not Chinese. Sidney Toller, not Chinese. Okay. And Roland Winters, not Chinese. Peter Ustinov, not Chinese. And the guy who plays, I forgot his name. Guy who plays Artemis Gordon. He also plays Charlie Chan. Yeah. So yeah, all the Charlie Chans I've ever seen play in a movie that me and Sun Yat-sen and Tiro Suzuki are aware of are all not Chinese. That's why they always refer to me as Charlie Chan. Mr. Moto, Peter Lorre is Peter. I don't know. Peter Lorre is what is Peter Lorre? I don't know. Peter Lorre he is not Japanese. I know that's Lorre's not a Japanese, but maybe that's a stage name like Guy Williams, who is actually a quote unquote Latin actor, but he had a stage name Guy Williams, but his real name he's like Argentinian or so which is Argentinians migrated from Spain and so forth, right? And so they ain't them dogs real voices, right? So Brazil is not the native Portuguese is not the native language to the people of Brazil, right? Nor did they call it Brazil before the Portuguese showed up, right? I don't think so. No. Mexico, yes, but they didn't pronounce it Mexico. They pronounced it Mexico. Mexico. Tenochtitlan. Cuelca. Okay. Galale. Yatae. Okay. That's how the people of Mexico spoke before the occupation of the Spaniards. ¿Tú entiendes? Okay. Hablamos español. Okay. There's a lot of cute girls on commercials. Nice lips, yeah. See, they're cute. Yeah, they're cute. Advertise. What sells? Sex. Women with nice lips. That's supposed to represent the vagina, right? And stuff like that. So we men get like, whoa. We get like Diana Ross on Took a Little Time to Learn About Loving. Half the words she said to me were missing because my mind was so intent on kissing. No, I thought it took a little time to learn about love and never did believe in love. And I was like, it's not love. Okay. It's like bum bum bum, and you think it makes me love you more. I can tell you've never been this far before. Me and Dad listen to that song and saying, yeah, but he has, and if she believes it, that was one dumb chick, right? He doesn't care why she told him she break up with the other guy. It's like you should because I'm feeling good. And sometimes women can make you feel like they have no experience at all, and then you find out, whoa, she got more experience than I do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She told me she didn't. She was 19 and I was 33, but I was like, she's got as much or more experience than I do. Oh, yeah, she does. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, 19, that's Aretha Franklin. You're like, and she was the one who arranged the conditions and encouraged the conditions, And I was kind of, well, we should wait. I don't want to get off on the wrong foot with your parents and stuff. We should wait. I understand you want somebody to help take care of your daughter, and and I would appreciate someone being a friend to my son, but we should take it a little easy. But she was 19, I was 33, and we came from totally different generations. Mm-hmm. And so it was hard. It was a huge generation gap. But she told me she needed me because of how much she loved Natalie. Okay. And I think in her own little way, she does. She just was taught how to manipulate men using sex. And when you get pregnant, then you can manipulate men because of the outcome of the sex. Ball don't lie. Right, never mind, you guys wouldn't get it. But Earls, I think Dwayne Reed probably gets it. Yeah, so does Carlos Boozer. Yeah, lots of people, lots of guys. Jason Kidd. Yeah, lots of guys. Okay. With lots of money and no idea what's whack and what's dope, but have the best Texas lawyers in the history of massages. Get it? You don't have to be a professional basketball player. You could play in the NFL, FIVA, or Major League Baseball, or the NHL. But you get what I'm talking about, right? Bum, bum, bum. I can tell you've never been this far before. Bum, bum, bum. Right. Bo-ba-do. I want you round. When things become more manipulative and complex, relationships are no longer relationships. They're contracts. They're business ventures. Okay, you're not married. You have a business contract. Your sexual reproduction is a small corporation, even if you live in a trailer park. Bum, bum, bum. You've never been this far before, right? Was it Townes Van Zandt who wrote that? It's knowing that I'm not shackled by forgotten words and funds and the ink stains that are dry. It's not something that people said because we're fit. We're fit. Was it? It's not something that some people said because we fit together, walk in. Yeah, don't you love that song? I love that song. It is so honest. Through cupped hands, round the tin can, I can pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory. And for hours, you're just dental on my mind, right? It's knowing that I'm not shackled by forgotten. Okay, it makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. Yeah. It's a damn good song. You ever heard it? Gentle on My Mind. Yeah, I think Townes Van Zandt wrote it. Don't quote me. It sounds like him, Where he got the bread to go, ain't nobody know. All the federales say we could have had him anyway. We only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose, right? It sounds a lot like Townes Van Zandt. Yeah, who wrote that song. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be a lick of surprise at all. I don't think it's Gene McClellan, Gene McClellan is beneath the snow of mantle golden wings, the unburned grass lies waiting for its gold to turn to green. Yeah. The snowbird sings a song he always sings and speaks to me of flowers that will bloom again in spring. When I was young, my heart was young then too, and anything that it would tell me, that's the thing that I would do. But now I feel such emptiness within, for the thing that I want most in life is the thing that I can't win. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. The one I love forever is untrue. And if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. It's a damn good song. The breeze along the river seems to say, she'd only break my heart again if I decide to stay. So little snowbird, take me with you when you go to that land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. But that's G. McClellan. And my mom taught me how to pray by the time I was the age of 7. She said, there'll come a day when we'll probably be ruling heaven. But I'm feeling kind of guilty about the, this, because it makes me feel guilty because we're not the people we should be, right? Every time I open up the holy book, I start to tremble when I read the part about how the carpenters cleared the temple because the buyers and the sellers were not much different fellas than what I profess to be. And it bothers me so that we're not the people we should be. So put your hand in the hand of the man who stilled the water. Don't you like? I like G. McClellan. He's one of my favorite songwriters when I was a kid. Yeah. Put your hand in the hand. Ocean was the name of the band that he had sing it. Yeah. I'm glad he did because I've heard him sing it and I'm like, yeah, Ocean sings it better. Just says, take a look at yourself and you will look at others differently by putting your hand in the hand from the man from Galilee. Had a girl in the band, a girl in the group like Janet Vogel and the Skyliners because they put one in because the Platters had it, You put playing with people and you get slapped. I wish for you. I wish that you and I could never part. You remember I had that on that album. They had a recording studio and I was listening. What's going on here? You get one of the guys in the band. I don't know if it's Tony or another dude. He goes, you go on playing with people, and she goes, and you get she sound real ghetto, and you get slapped. You get slapped, not slapped, but slapped. You get slapped, right? It was funny. I was laughing, and then all of a sudden they go into this beautiful harmony. I wish that you and I could never part. Right? They went from they being all ghetto and shit, and then they go to this really, whoa. White people came in the room and said, "Okay, you niggas start singing." I was laughing really hard when I had that on my old tape. I was like, "That's cool." I'm glad they put that in there because it gave you a different perception of the group. Okay. Because you're hearing them talk, and the way they talk and the way they sing is radically different. Like, it's still close to my heart. I don't know why. I'm still so blue. I don't know why she said goodbye. So if you must know, don't ask me, ask Marie. Right? And it made me like, how he talk like that and then sing like that? That'd be weird. That'd be me. It'd be giving me an attitude, Mom. Like Tommy Davis's niece with, the faces Al Jarreau make when he sing and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. But it's interesting. How some people sing just like they talk. And some people talk, Now you know. Don't you ever ask me again. Who's Julie? Oh, Julie, what's this hold you got on me? In my mind, in my dreams, and you shouldn't be there, Julie. I always make up a goofy name because they call Noah Chuli. Chuli. So I said, who's Chuli? It's Noah. He's cute. Sing lots of goofy songs about Noah. He was one of the cutest little critters you ever had. He was so funny, into everything. Kid almost never slept. No, he'd sleep, but it'd be after he kept you up all night, like the cat. No, Patrick always wanted to stay up late. Kate too. Kate, Noah, and Patrick up late. I want to stay up late. I want to stay up. Okay. Crumb was a good sleeper, but I only had him for 2 months. Natalie and Emily, my little star sweepers. Hallelujah, my little star sweeper. They were excellent sleepers. Yes. Natalie was on a messed up schedule because of her mom's schedule, but once we got her on a better schedule, pow, pow. Yeah, she was good. Only problem with Natalie is when she hit that age, she's been in there at bathroom. Yeah, she did the Pancha thing, When does Pancha come out of the bathroom? I don't know. You tell me. I've never stayed long enough to know. I take my shower in my bath the night before and then, get in there, brush my teeth, and then go to school, Because you have to, because she bitches. I'm in the bathroom. Yeah, other people need to use the bathroom too, Mrs. I'm curling my hair. And she'd come in there, grab the toothbrush, go brush, spit out in the kitchen sink, put your toothbrush back, and then go. I'll pee when I get to school, you know. The bathroom hog. Well, it's because Val and Pancha did not like each other at all, and Val was mean. She'd beat you up. Yeah, Mom would say that too. Val was like one of the Hanson brothers. Yeah, she'd check you in the hallway, bam. She did it with Pancha. With me, oh, she tried once, and it was when I was 13, and I was hell of a lot stronger than her. I didn't look it because she's bigger than me. But you need to get off me and step off. You're being a bully, and I'm not going to have it. And then she threatened me with a Japanese cleaver and a watermelon knife. Told me she owned me after that. I was like, no. I just knew that you were a little unstable and stupid, but I wasn't going to let you push me around because you always had to come up to me and go, Erpy, because she knew. Okay, I ain't taking that shit. It's like, you can pull the knives out on me. I'm not going to let them use you on. If I have to go like this and move your arm out the way and knock you the hell out, I will. Okay, I don't want to, but I will. Okay, I ain't stupid. I'm not going to stand there and, oh, stab me with it. No. I'll take the knife away. I'll do that. I'll set you down, look at you, and say, pfft, like when Amy got all stupid with me when I threw her out because of the Cruz Santos affair, trying to sign off on Natalie's birth certificate, get his American nationalization. And, I took the stuff away and set her down. Then I went and called the cops because I didn't want it to escalate and I didn't want to get charged because I know how the authorities are and how people lie. You called the cops, you're so stupid. And her and the Mormon cop and the other cop sat in the front yard and laughed at me because she sat there and told him, he's just mad because I'm screwing around. And and the cops were saying, we don't do things. I said, I want you to write this down. I want two officers of the court to write down what she just said to you. And the Mormon cop saying, you should go see my bishop for marriage counseling. Yeah, I want to see your goddamn bishop for marriage counseling. I'm the one like King David, not your fucking bishop or the president of your fucking surveillance network, fucking what you call a church. It's a goddamn business, asshole. And everybody knows it. Why do you think they're still able to do genocide operations through religious cult warfare on TV? Because the technology is as fucked as you are. I can protect people with technology from technology. Holy Jihad, Batman, I can just not protect them from themselves. I'm getting really good at protecting children with technology from technology, but their parents are the type that, oh, there's a firewall here and you can't infiltrate and get my children to live your religion and your Lord's Prayer because I want them to be successful with the fight for the fuck, for the murder, for the buck. Right. Okay, how Patriot Act of you. I love you guys. Oh, this is no game. I'm never on my quote-unquote game. I don't believe in selling ice cream for money. I believe in sharing ice cream because I love ice cream. Ice cream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. I love ice cream, and I love children. And the turtle, that ain't really a turtle. That's computer-generated image. Okay, I love you, all right? Peace out.